What's up?
What's up, travel bug?
No, I didn't even say anything. My brain is melted.
Mine is too.
I've been on the road for 8 days.
Where are you now?
I'm in Moab, Utah.
Oh, beautiful Moab. Known throughout the country for their service industry and their fast food restaurants.
Are you joking?
Yes, I am absolutely joking.
I just sat at a Wendy's for a fucking hour. An hour. My food is terrible. I ate like 3 bites. And I think I'm allergic to something in it because now my lips are fucking huge.
Good work, buddy.
God, I was so fucking annoyed. And they like didn't give me a receipt, so I can't even complain.
What did you get at Wendy's?
I got a salad and a fucking baked potato.
Oh, no. Always go baked potato. Just get a bunch of baked potatoes.
That's what I should have done. It's got 2 baked potatoes because the salad is fucking wretched.
Wendy's not known for their salads.
No, that was a mistake. So many people left. I don't know what was going on. Oh, but listen, what I swear to you right now. So they were taking everybody's order so slow. And then this lady who was like the order taker, they were purposely leaving space in between the orders so they could catch up. I know they were, but she was on the fucking speaker the whole time. I could hear everything she was saying. So listen, I'm sitting there just being annoyed because I've been there for an hour and I just want to get to my hotel. And I hear her go, I don't know what's wrong with me. I had a fever yesterday and now my head feels like it's exploding today. And she says it right on the fucking thing. I'm like, get me out of here.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sweating up a storm. I've been touching everything in the kitchen. I feel like terrible. I just coughed on all these orders. What should we do?
No, I just got a Rona salad from Utah.
Good work. One time when I was working at Jonathan B. Pub in Oakland Mall, back when I was like 17 years old, there was a guy who sent his hamburger back because it was undercooked. So the chef cooked it and then we sent it back out and the guy sent it back because it was overcooked. So we made him a new hamburger and sent it back. And then he sent it back one more time because he had asked for mozzarella and mushrooms and the cook had put mozzarella and mushrooms on there, but the guy didn't think it was mozzarella. He thought it was Swiss. So the chef dropped it on the floor. We all kicked it around for about 20 or 30 seconds.
Stop.
And then he put it on the grill, heated it back up, and we sent it out. And the guy said it was perfect.
Great. Carrot burger. Fuck. I have not eaten anything good on this entire trip. Wait, no, that place we went, the Mark Twain fucking dinette was the best meal of the whole trip still.
Mark Twain dinette in Hannibal, Missouri.
Shout out Mark Twain dinette.
Let's recap the original ride from Detroit to Decatur, Illinois.
Okay, we left and then we went where the fuck? We stopped in Decatur because why?
Because we stayed at the hotel that I stayed at 15 years ago when I went to the diner that didn't exist. It was the first time I went back in 15 years, and you saw how enormous the hotel was and probably how spooky it could have been if there was only one person in there, because I think there were only 4 other people in the hotel.
No, we walked around the entire hotel for our Patreon video showing them, and we didn't run into one person.
Not a single person.
It felt like an abandoned mall.
Yes. Kind of great, but kind of spooky.
Yeah, kind of great. The grounds were very large. You walked over to the path where you walked to a diner that doesn't exist.
Yeah. And then you turn the air conditioning on. It blew cold air in my face all night long while you sweat in your bed.
Yep. Well, we forgot a part. Wait, what was the part? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what are you doing? He keeps getting up and body checking the mirror like there's a dog in it. Anyway, I lost my train of thought again. Oh, because you were gonna. Why? This is gonna happen a lot this episode because I have no brain left. Anyway, I was gonna say, if nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about your story about a diner that doesn't exist, they need to listen to your Realm of the Weird podcast.
Yes, Realm of the Weird. The episode is called The Neighborhood, and it's all about how I went to a paranormal convention, spent the weekend there, got in a car accident, and then had dinner twice at a restaurant that doesn't exist.
Yes. We'll just leave it there so they can listen to it. Oh, but if anybody's ever attended your lectures, they know the fucking story.
Yes. Then the next day we woke up and we drove to Hannibal, Missouri.
Yeah. Wait, we went to Springfield first because I took you to Lincoln's tomb.
Yes, we went to Abraham Lincoln's tomb.
And Toady went in it too.
He did very good.
He did very good. And it was crazy. It was really big.
It's very big, and I don't think Abraham Lincoln would appreciate it. I think Abraham Lincoln would like to have been buried in a box and had a normal grave.
Yep, but as it were, he gets a giant monument.
Yeah, that makes him look like some kind of Roman god.
Yeah, that was a lot. It was a lot. And there's a guard. There's guards. But that was cool to see. Yeah, and then then we went to Mark Twain town where there's like Mark Twain's house, the Tom Sawyer house, the Huck Finn house, the Tom Sawyer white fence. There's Molly Brown's house was there. I think it was her childhood house because she wasn't rich yet.
And I think what's funny about that is the only reason we went there is because you were falling asleep when you were driving.
I was.
And I was like, there is coffee at this town called Hannibal. And so we just drove there. You were like, I need gas and I'm falling asleep and I need coffee. And then we pulled in and the gas station had a giant Mark Twain airbrushed on the side of it. Yep. And it was Mark Twain's hometown. And then we went and we walked little stores. We got great coffee.
Yep. That was still the best coffee of the whole trip. That was Java Jive.
Yeah, it was great. Java Jive, Hannibal, Missouri. Free shout out.
Free shout out. That'll be $100. No, I'm just kidding. But no, yeah. So we get out, we park like randomly. We're like, oh, there's the coffee shop. Then we get out, and the one corner of the street has a ghost tours little museum shop, and then the other corner has a curiosities shop with like weird shit outside. I'm like, this is the best town ever.
Yeah, it was fun.
They had a wax museum. They had a spiritual reader person. It had everything. It was sick, and the food at that place was so good. I wish I could eat there again.
I know. And then we were looking for food, and the Mark Twain dinette just happens to have vegan nuggets.
Yeah, they had bomb ass vegan nuggets. And what else did we get? I feel like I got something else. Toad is literally staring at himself in the mirror across from the bed.
Good dog.
He's growling.
And then that day we finished our trip and got to Belvoir.
Yes. We got to Belvoir and we had a lot of fun. We saw all of our friends. You dressed up as a zombie disco person. So did I, but I didn't do the zombie makeup because I didn't feel like it.
That's right. And shout out to all the pates that we saw.
We saw so many pates.
I know. It was great.
Yeah. Lots of pates, lots of friends that just are not pates. Who else did we see? Oh, from Holly Weird. Is that what it's called? Hollywood Parent. What is that? What am I trying to say?
Holly Weird?
Yeah. Stop. Yeah, Tammy, shout out. I really have like one brain cell left, and I normally only have one, so now I have like a tenth of one. Can you stop? Shh. There's nobody in the hallway.
I know. I don't have any brain cells either because it's 12:45 where I am.
I know it's 10 here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Belvoir was sick. You told ghost stories to the groups out by the old Oddfellow Cemetery for 2 nights in a row. And I almost said marshmallows. That's what I was going to say.
Marshmallows. I made marshmallows. People could have marshmallows if they wanted. And I told ghost stories.
Yes.
And a fun time was had by all. And then I woke up on Monday and I went to lunch and I came home and you had fucking bailed on me and left me a fucking note on the bed.
I did.
Thanks a lot.
Listen, I'm on a time crunch and I woke up on the Monday and I said, I gotta get, because I only have 4 days to get to Vegas. That's not a lot of time to get from Kansas City to fucking Vegas when you have stops to make. So you guys said you were going to lunch and I'm like, I gotta go. So then I wrote you a cute note and left it on your bed. And then you called me. You sounded really sad. Yeah.
You don't want to come back. I came back and knocked on the door and you didn't answer. And I was like, is she packed and waiting somewhere? And I got a key and went in the room because my key had expired.
Yep, mine too.
And I walked in and just a shitty fucking note on the bed. See ya, bitch. I'm out of here.
Oh, no, it said, I'm going to miss you, bestie. Hope you have the best time in the UK.
Dummy.
Oh, yeah, I did say you're a dummy. I said, no, it just said you're dumb. Love Jessica and Toad. But before I left, I told Jesse and Amy that I was fucking rolling out. What was I going to do? Sit there and wait for you guys to get back from lunch? I had to go.
What if we would have brought you lunch? We went to a Middle Eastern place. I could have brought you a falafel sandwich and tabbouleh. Okay, well, this is just it's already done. I'm already in Utah. This is over. It's done. That's fine. So then you flew home. Yep. Flawless. Perfect. I got my Uber and he was a very nice gentleman and we were driving and we got to Southfield Road and a piece of a semi-truck tire came off the semi-truck and hit his car and got stuck underneath it and pulled the whole bottom of his car out. But we still got home. Jesus. You didn't tell me about that. I know. I was saving it for the podcast. Well, and then yesterday and today you did other podcasts, right? Guest appearances. Yes, I did Rob and Terry and Mike Couch's podcast yesterday. And then today I literally just got done doing the Bigfoot Collectors Club with Bryce Riley and Michael. Cute. We'll put links up to those when we get them. I think that drops on the 13th, so I'll be out of the country.
Yes. I figured out during this, all of the time I've had to think driving in the middle of nowhere, I figured out that like when you go to England, I'm still going to be out west, and that's going to be the furthest we've ever been from each other in our lifetime.
Yeah, you'll be way out on the west coast of America, and I'll be drunk in Europe
Drunk?
or crashed in the Atlantic Ocean.
No, stop. You're going to go Jack the Rippering.
Maybe. You never know. I'm going to eat some vegan fish and chips.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fill up England with a bunch of Tenney babies. I'm just going to put babies in everybody's belly.
Gross. Speaking of that, first of all, that sadly leads me to two topics. One, people on Twitter were literally begging to see your fucking shit in your disco pants. They were like, sorry if this is weird, but can we see Tenney's tight ass fucking bulge pants?
Maybe I'll just put them on and do a waist down shot for everybody.
Yikes, put it in the Patreon, man.
Thirst post.
Yep, thirst trap. Patreon thirst trap. I still have the picture from the fitting room at Forever 21, but it doesn't really show off your shit. And like all the pictures that were taken that night, like nobody has pictures of your fucking whole outfit.
That's true. That is pretty true. Maybe I'll just take a big picture. Maybe I'll just take a picture of my dick and post it on Twitter and then quit Twitter after I'm done.
No, that is Patreon content. That is how you route people, bro. That's it. Oh, and then the other thing that that led me to think about was you told me when we were driving that you had a dream that you like met a girl in England in a pub and you like knew what she looked like.
Yep.
So now we think it's going to happen.
Maybe. You never know. Probably not, though.
I know. I've been working out for fucking months so that I could hit on dudes in Vegas. And now that it's here, I'm like, I don't want to hit on anybody. I want to sleep. I just want to sleep.
I had that dream and I was like, oh, I'm going to meet the wonderful woman in England that I've been separated from this whole time. And then after I had that dream, I was like, I don't want to do that.
No. No, I just want to look at stuff. I've been looking at mountains. Mountains are way better than dudes for sure so far.
And then I found out today that I actually, because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, I did not get VIP tickets to Howard Jones.
I saw that. How did that even happen?
I don't know. It's one of my fuck ups, one of my mistakes. So I actually called the Magic Bag and asked them if I could put my name on a list and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the guy said, absolutely not. It's all run through a separate company and they have all the names and addresses of all the people that are VIP and there's no way to add any more.
Well, the thing about that is every single time I've ever been to the Magic Bag, the person performing just comes out after and stands by the merch table. So that's what's going to fucking happen. So you'll probably just get that experience for free.
I mean, maybe, but I've never been to the Magic Bag at a sold out show.
I have.
I haven't.
Just hang out.
And then I looked and Howard Jones's next stop is 3 days from now in Ohio. And so I'm like, oh, that motherfucker might be hanging around here for a while.
Maybe.
And if he does, then there's the chance.
Yeah.
Like maybe he needs me to take him to Chili Mustard Onions for some vegan food.
Is he vegan?
Yeah.
Tweet at him. Does he have Twitter?
I've tweeted at him, and I think he's of that age where I always see him liking responses to my posts about him, but not my post. And I think that he's of the age where he doesn't really understand Twitter.
Yeah, it could be somebody running it too. Like, why would he want to do that?
I figured if someone else was running it, they would be doing it, using it the right way.
True. Are you going to that Friday?
Sunday night.
Sunday.
An old folks show because it starts at 7.
Yeah, because it's Magic Bag. They always shut shit down at like 10.
Yeah.
And make sure you buy your drinks early because they cut that shit off early too there.
I got cut off early tonight because I was going to go to Gus's tonight.
Oopsie.
Had to record the podcast.
Toad, would you cut out? That's you.
You went to the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah, I went to the Stanley yesterday finally, that's been the top on my paranormal bucket list forever, ever. And it was pretty amazing. I was telling you earlier that usually when you see pictures of places, you get there and it's like dinky. Like if anybody listening has ever been to Graceland, you get there and you're like, I have friends who have houses this big. This isn't even that big. Yeah. But the Stanley is fucking huge.
Yeah. Graceland is like, this is the room. This is Elvis's pool room. And then you go in the room and it's a room that's the size of the pool table.
Yeah. It's not that big. I mean, I'm sure it was big. I don't fucking know. But yeah, the Stanley was sick. I went to our friend Aiden is the
house illusionist.
Yes. House illusionist. But bro, it is so sick. It's not like he just gets to use the stage room, whatever the fuck. It's like his own like man cave.
Yeah. They built him his own place.
Yeah. You like go in this bar and then you go downstairs and there's like the shining pattern rug And then you go into this little like waiting room, it looks like, and there's a little shop, and then there's a bookcase wall, and the bookcase wall opens, and then you go into the little theater, and he's got all of his old like haunty artifacts in little cases along the walls, and the stage, and all of his tricks were dope. And it was like historical. Like he told, it wasn't just all tricks, it was like knowledge in the middle. It was dope.
That's called patter.
It is?
Yeah, when a magician talks, they're not actually like lecture. There's an actual thing for what magicians do. It's called patter, and it's to set up your brain mentally for the tricks that they're going to do. You think you're learning stuff, and you probably are, but they're also implanting ideas in your head to make the tricks more insane when they happen.
Yeah, he did. He brought up like the Titanic, which was sick. He did tarot stuff with like one of the oldest tarot decks ever. He had a weird like mummy head that belonged to Aleister Crowley. It was sick. It was really cool. And the show was an hour and a half long, and Toady sat there like a perfect angel and watched a whole magic show.
He sat through my whole lecture like a perfect angel.
I know, at Belvoir.
Except when I imitated a cat. That was the one time he got kind of scared.
Yeah, he got a little shaken up. But it's crazy that he can sit through a lecture and a magic show, and he can't get through a fucking podcast.
Insane. Dog school.
Like, what is he doing right now? That is your own face, bro. I know. No, that's you.
When we're off the podcast, you can tell me what tricks Aiden did, and I'll tell you how he did them.
Honestly, I don't know how he did them. He did this one trick.
I know how he did them.
No, but you don't know how he did this one.
Yes, I do.
Listen. He pulled 5 people up on stage, right? He had a tarot deck with 26 cards in it, like the major arcana. He handed like 5 cards to each person, told them to pick whatever card that they wanted, that they felt like was like their whatever, that they felt the most connected to. Went around to the 5 people after and picked every single person's card right. How the fuck did he do that?
I can do that.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
It was fucking wild.
I've been a magician since 1991.
Okay.
I'm surprised I've never done magic for you, but that's usually because magic is really annoying.
Yeah, that's why I like Aiden, because it's not like, ooh, is this your card? It's like deep.
There was a guy that used to come into Gus's for years who would try and use magic to pick up girls, and I can't tell you how many times I told him this is absolutely the wrong way to pick up girls.
No, that's horrifying. That's like murdery as all fuck.
Yes.
Gross. And you can't just do a trick in front of somebody and then turn around to a different group of girls and do the same fucking no.
Well, the other thing is too is he would do that. Magic usually only works. It's unidirectional, which means everybody has to be facing a certain way for the trick to work, because you might be able to see what's going on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. And so when someone does bar magic, there's always someone behind them or to their side that sees exactly what they're doing. And then that blows the trick. And part of being a magician is you're never supposed to reveal how a trick is done.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know how Aiden did fucking anything that he did.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay. Well, maybe I don't want to know. Maybe I just want to live in a world where magic is real.
Okay. That's fine. Magic is real.
I know it is. It was awesome. And yeah, I was really stoked to see him. And he did like a thing at the end of the show too, where he like talked about how he's been going to Ukraine and dropping off supplies and like raising money and shit. So he like did that, like part of his proceeds of his shows are going to that. It was sick. So he is like doing his own thing. It's pretty sweet. I was like proud of him. I was like, dang, this is like your shit. Like you built this.
He built it.
I know. I was really proud of him. So.
And then you got left and got arrested.
No, I'm not there yet. So listen, I have to tell you the best thing. Listen, I've been holding off telling you this for like 24 hours. The best thing ever happened to me. Like so many of my bucket list things are getting checked off on this trip, like not even kidding. So I left the Stanley and we were driving for a little bit and I saw a moose crossing sign and I took a picture of the dog in front of it and I like drove away from it and I'm like, I'll use every magic in my fucking brain. I'm like, please. I'm like, universe, just let me see a fucking moose. I need to see one so bad. This is my bucket list trip. And guess what? I fucking saw a moose.
You saw a moose.
Finally. I'm yelling. There's probably people in the hotel room next to me.
How big was it?
Listen, he was like a teenager. He was like a young boy or girl. And I saw him. He was like getting up. He was like sitting down or something. And I saw him get up. I slammed on my brakes, pulled over, got the camera out. So I got him on our Patreon video and he's like a little nugget and it wiggled its ears at me. And then, so it was like still chilling. So I go back to the car to get the dog, because I'm like, you got to see this moose too. And then I brought the dog down and then he ran away. But I got a video of him standing there and a video of him running away. And he's so cute. So I finally saw a moose.
You finally, good work, Bullwinkle.
I know. I feel like my top things of my life to accomplish were like own a house and see a moose. And now I'm just like done. Now what do I do?
I only have one thing left on my bucket list.
What's yours?
Pet a bear.
There's no way, because you can't go to those roadside things because they're evil and you can't pet a wild bear.
I mean, I figure that the way my life works, my life is setting me up to where, like, when I'm supposed to die, like a bear will find me in the woods and I'll pet him and then I'll die and the bear will eat me.
This is the plot of Legends of the Fall, first of all. Secondly, but no.
Never seen it.
Well, you need to see it because it's a fucking phenomenal movie. But yeah, so after I saw the moose, I like Googled like their area and like blah, blah, blah to kind of get an idea of how old it was. And then like the first article that came up was like person and 2 dogs attacked by moose. I was like, fuck. Such a dumbass. But then I stopped at a rest stop today and there was a person with a boxer dog and they were like staring at each other. So I went over there. I'm like, can our dogs say hi? So they were doing good and they were so cute. And their fucking dog's name was Moose.
You see, look at that.
Isn't that crazy?
The universe gave you a moose and then it gave Toad a moose.
I gave Toady one too.
Yeah.
Can you stop? Stop. Give it a rest. So yeah. So now I just have to see.
And then you got arrested.
Oh yeah, then I got arrested. Today I finally got pulled up. Listen, I've been taking a lot of pictures of the dog and there's certain backdrops out the car window that are so fucking magical. And I just need to get a picture of Toad. And I fucking swung the fuck out into the lane next to me because nobody was around. You're in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, so I can weave a little bit because nobody's around me and I'm not going to hit anybody. But then I did it coming around a corner, and around the corner there was a sheriff and he pulled me over, and I didn't have proof of insurance on me because you can look it up. Like they'll let you look it up normally. And I didn't have a signal, so I couldn't get my proof of insurance up, but he didn't care. He looked at my license and registration. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I've never been to Colorado before. I'm like, I was staring at the mountains. I got distracted. I'm sorry. And he was like, okay. He's like, because I saw you swing out of your lane without signaling. He's like, you weren't speeding. I'm like, no, I was not. He's like, I was just making sure you were not impaired. I'm like, I am not. And he's like, I don't think you are. So he's like, I'll go check your record. And if it's fine, I'll let you off with a warning. So he went and checked it. And then he came back and he gave me his card. He's like, just be careful. And he's like, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you don't run out of gas when you're in these national forests. Make sure you feed the doggo. Like, he was so nice.
I would be in jail right now.
Because you don't have a license?
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't really have one either.
I do so.
Isn't it suspended somewhere?
It's suspended in New York, not anywhere else. I was really waiting for that to come up when he came back to the window. Like, do you want to tell me about what's going on in New York? I'll be like, nope, we're not there right now, so let's not talk about it. But yeah, so I got pulled over. I would assume it's not the only time on this trip it's going to happen. And then, so today we spent our whole day. We went to Colorado National Monument National Park, and it was fucking insane. Like, seriously, I've never seen anything like it in my life. Like, hands down, prettiest place I've ever been. Just jaw dropped all day long. We got out and we took so many pictures. I got so many good pictures today. Just like cliffs and mountains and crazy shit. Like, Colorado is the prettiest state I've ever been to, hands down.
There you go.
There you go. Boom. And
Free shout out to Colorado.
Hey, Colorado, that'll be $100. Thanks. But listen, so far, I'm only like an hour into Utah, and Utah is really fucking pretty too. So we'll see what happens. Maybe Utah will top it. I don't know. I'm going to Arches tomorrow. When I was at that last park, I bought the year National Parks Pass. So now I'm swagged out.
You're going to end up being some weird Mormon sister wife.
And I was just thinking, I swear, I was like, okay, I'm in Utah. It's really pretty. Maybe I'll just stay here. I'll start a cult. And then I'm like, I got to contact the web crawlers girls and they will start a cult with me.
And you can be sister wives.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh.
We're not doing that. I don't want to be anybody's wives. We'll be the opposite of polygamists. We'll be just nobody around us.
Alonists?
Yes. That's my new cult. And everybody will we'll be in a cult, but everybody has to be really separated.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
I think it does.
And there's no leader.
No, there's not.
No.
I mean, it is me, but we don't have to say that it's me.
Why can't it be me and I just never say anything?
Well, you didn't say you were coming.
No, but I mean, if it's an alonist cult, I don't even have to be there. You can say I'm the leader, and then I don't really ever say anything. You just have weird, giant photographs of me all over the place.
No, no. Like I feel like that. I would get like a Netflix doc for sure.
Yeah.
That's what we're going for. Oh, you know where else I stopped today?
Oh God.
Have you ever seen it on like the interwebs or weird stuff pages that, what is it called? Jackass Joe's fucking UFO jerky gas station.
I think I have seen that. Yes.
Oh my God. That's like the first place you get off when you get into Utah. And it's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
The first place you pull off the road, right? Not that you get off.
You're dirty, first of all. Anyway. So
I don't know how much finger blasting is going on in this car. It's a long road trip.
Ew, bro. I'm just trying to stay hydrated and not crash. That's it. Those are the two things. Don't crash. Drink water. Get to Vegas. So anyway, so the place has like UFOs all over it. It says Twilight Zone on the side of it. It says like out of this world gas. It says free coffee. It says what does it say? Something about firewood. Oh, it says like space ice and firewood or something. Everything about on there has like UFO or space or whatever. So then you walk into the fucking gas station. There's a yellow brick road painted on the floor for no reason. And there's like alien stand-ups and like stand-ups of the fucking supernatural show people. And then you walk into the second room. Shush. And there's like fluffy white clouds on the ceiling with like lights in them. So the whole ceiling is like fluffy. And then there's alien stand-ups in that room. Anyway, and then above the coolers, it says like, what did it say? Starbucks, like space Starbucks station or something. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. It was so, if you walked in there and you were on drugs, you would fucking tweak out.
The thing that I think I'm enjoying the most is your description of a place is equivalent to your description of a movie.
Bro, when I took video of it for the Patreon video, when you see it, it is exactly what I'm saying right now. Is exactly. Exactly. There is a mystery machine outside, but it's so crudely painted. There is a alien outside. There's a red car painted like Mike from the Cars movies, and it's just the worst version of it ever.
That's pretty dope.
It was pretty awesome. Oh my God, the gas there was like $7.60.
America.
I know, but it was just there because now I'm in Moab and I passed the gas station and it was like $5.20 or something. So, yes. But the whole trip, Missouri and Kansas, the gas was like $4.45, which is like kind of a bargain right now.
It's a pretty good deal.
I know.
When am I supposed to go to your house and water the plants?
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. What day is it? 8 days out. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I can't think about that right now.
I'll tell you the really great thing is I got home and it hasn't rained here since we left. And so like our lawns are perfect.
Sick. That's great news.
Yeah, perfect news for me. Great for me. Not so much for you, but I don't have to mow 2 lawns right away.
Right away. Yeah. I know. I can't believe I have to drive all the way back. I checked in tonight at this hotel and the ladies, I'm like, I've been driving forever. I'm like, she's like, are you driving all the way back? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take a different way back. I'm going to go down through Arizona and New Mexico and Texas.
It's going to be 300 degrees.
I know. Somebody DM'd me and said, don't stop in Flagstaff, Arizona. It's the worst place on earth. That's a bold statement.
I would try and get through Arizona. Like,
it's that bad?
I'm not a big fan of Arizona.
I've never been there in my life. I have friends there. I didn't know it was like, I'm going through part of Texas. People aren't warning me about Texas. They're warning me about Arizona. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I'll warn you about Texas.
Well, I'm only going through the top little skinny part.
Yeah.
Like Amarillo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go down any further. I don't want to be there.
They don't want you there.
I want to see Beto. I would go to a Beto rally.
They don't want you in Texas.
No, they don't. I know. I was surprised. That's what I've been thinking this whole trip. I've been wearing shorts and short sleeves. That's what I thought when I got pulled over. I'm like, this sheriff's going to fucking kill me right now. But nope, everybody's been really nice.
You should take, like, when you get to Texas, if you have to get out of your car, you should take, like, a ballpoint pen and write, like, MAGA on your hand, like it looks like it's a tattoo, and then everybody will leave you alone.
Oh, God. Yeah, that'll be really believable. I'm only going to be there for, I just want to see the area where they've seen the Amarillo Dogman thing.
Woof, woof. My brain is burned out.
Bro, I'm so tired. I don't even know what, like, I get to Vegas tomorrow and people are trying to get me to go out tomorrow. I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not going out tomorrow. I have to sleep. I'm going to get up on Friday, get ready real slow, wash my hair, get pretty kind of, if I can fucking get my shit together. My hotel dog babysitter gets there at 7:00 on Friday. Then I'll go out. Then I go to the fights on Saturday. And then I'm going to hang out in Vegas on Sunday and chill.
Yeah. I was tonight I'm super exhausted, and I was like, well, what time is it in England right now? Like, how bad is my like jet lag gonna be? I looked and it's like, oh, it's 6:30 in the morning there.
Yeah, it's 5 hours ahead.
Ugh.
It'll be fine when you get there. That's not even that bad. It's not like those 12-hour ones where you're like upside down.
I think I have to leave. I think my flight is at like 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, so it'll be like 1 o'clock when you get there.
We'll see.
That's fine. It's fine. I know me going out here has been good because every once in a while, like the time goes back an hour, but going home, I'm going to keep losing an hour. It's going to suck.
Yes, it's going to suck.
But whatever. I'm going to go slow on the way back and not drive so many hours a day because we've been in the car nonstop for days.
Yes. How's Toad pooping?
He pooped before today. He hadn't shit for 2 days. I'm not even kidding. I don't even know how he did it. And then we stopped somewhere today at a trailhead somewhere, and he finally pooped. I was proud.
Good work, Toad.
Good job, backed up Toady. Everybody's been so nice when they see him. Everybody loves him. There's so many times on our Patreon video where I'm like, I'm at the Stanley, and somebody's like, look at your dog, can I pet your dog? It just like breaks into that. I swear it's gonna break into our video like 10 times. Just like, oh my god. I forgot a part when I was at the Stanley, we were walking in and this lady, I don't even know what language she spoke, but English was not her first language. And she looks at me and she goes, what brand is your dog? So now I just want to ask everybody what their dog brand is. Oh, that's cute to me.
It's very funny.
I'm like, he's a Boston Terrier.
I always forget what kind of dog he is.
He's a Bostie. He looks like a Bostie Frenchie, though. That's what Bean was. And I've called Toad the Bean like fucking 100 times on this trip.
Yes.
Yeah, but wait till you see the pics we took today. I'm telling you, they're fucking majestic.
All right.
We got the best selfies. We got the best like mountaintop pictures. And I'm gonna go to the Grand Canyon on the way home. And where I am right now, when I was pulling in the whatever they're called, park ranger lady was like, okay. She's like, have you ever been here? I'm like, no. She's like, basically, you're entering a mini Grand Canyon. I'm like, awesome. Sounds fantastic. So this was the mini one. The real one's going to fucking melt my face off.
Yeah, it's going to blow your mind when you see it.
I know. It doesn't look that cool. Like,
you know what's crazy about my trip? I will probably pull an absolute John thing and not have any photos of myself there.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. I've taken a lot. You know what's a thing that I've pulled so far, which is fucking so stupid. I brought all of those clothes. I brought like everything I own. I brought enough clothes for probably to be away for 2 months. Listen, I've had the same fucking shirt on for a week. I haven't brought any of the clothes in any of the days that I've been out.
I can smell that shirt from here.
Yeah, you should.
Ugh.
Okay, whatever. I've taken showers everywhere and put on deodorant. I'm not disgusting, but I just have not utilized any of the clothes I have with me. But
that shirt has so much dog breath in it.
He's fine. Oh, he is getting a bath too. When I get off this phone call with you, I gotta take a shower and I gotta give the dog a bath because I feel like everywhere we go, and at Belvoir specifically, so many people pet him. He's just got like hands all over him.
Yep.
And he's a bath. And I'm gonna watch Friends and I'm gonna go online. My hotel room's really nice. It's huge. Oh my god, did I tell you about the one last night? I got to this hotel last night, right? And it was so fucking creepy. I'm like, I'm gonna get trafficked.
How do you have so much energy? You said you were tired.
I am. I just took my antidepressant though, and I think it gave me a boost. Anyway, so my hotel last night, I got in I signed up on. I booked it online. It was a regular ass room. Then I get in the room. It was like a fucking presidential suite. I'm coming down the hallway of the hotel. I get to my door and there's like a name of the room on the room door. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I've never been to a hotel room where it's a name. So I go in. There is a fucking gigantic jacuzzi in the middle of the room. Like the whole room is a jacuzzi, and it has a king size bed, 2 balconies, a fireplace, like a fucking 60-inch TV. It was insane. I'm like, why am I in here? It was insane. And I got all excited. I got settled. I ate fucking pizza. To go work, the jacuzzi didn't fucking work. It was just a giant eyesore in the middle of the room. But Toad ran around it like 100 times. It was like a racetrack for him. So at least he enjoyed that. It was the biggest room. It was like bigger than my house. And then when we woke up this morning, the view out one of the balconies was fucking insane. So it was fun. But I'm like, really? Like, why? Why did they? And that's what made me think too. I'm like, they put me in this weird room. I'm like, somebody's gonna break into my room. But everything was fine. It was just weird. Yes, I took pictures. I think did I film anything for the Patreon? I don't know. It was really fucking weird though. But like, why would they put me in that room without telling me? It was so fucking weird. Anyway,
you are jacked up.
I'm not. I'm just gonna pass all of the the times on this trip that I've been traveling, I've gotten to the room at like 10 and I've passed out at 12. Like I haven't even been awake in the hotels that I booked. So that's going to happen again. I just have to shower.
You're just excited to have a friend and talk to someone.
I know. I haven't talked to you in a few days. Well, you've checked in with me, but like we haven't talked about it. Like I made notes.
You always make notes.
I know because, never mind. I just can't remember everything ever. Why are you so tired? You've been home since, what day is it today? Wednesday? You've been home since Monday. So you got to sleep for 2 days.
I did those shows. I had to get the house back in order. I had to start packing for the trip. I have to deal with the only way to check in for the cruise is using a fucking app on a phone. And if, let me just tell you right now, Royal Caribbean's app on their phone is as good as you expect it to be.
That sucks.
I answered all these questions to check in, and like even right now it says like still waiting for you to finish check-in. And I've been going through my questions and looking at it because like out of the questions I was answering, I finally got to where it said emergency contact information, and I had my sister and my sister's phone number. So I was like, maybe the phone number's too many numbers. Like I don't know. So I clicked on it to edit that. And when you click on it to edit it, then a red flag popped up and said, this last name has too many letters.
You're the shortest last name ever.
And I was like, what? So I had to fix it. So it worked. But now it still says I have more stuff to finish. So I think I don't know. It's a disaster. But I'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. You know
me, I do everything through my laptop. So I expect everything to be able to be done through a laptop. And like I checked in and everything on my laptop for my cruise. And then it was like, to continue this process, you must download the Royal Caribbean app. And I was like, oh, come on.
That's infuriating, actually.
Yes, infuriating.
I've remembered 2 things while you were talking. One thing, on the way after I left you all alone and wrote you a note, I went to Stull Cemetery in Kansas, which is known as the gateway to hell. Did not feel like the gateway to hell, let me tell you. It was fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a regular ass cemetery. It didn't Amityville, for example, the second you cross into Amityville and you see the Amityville sign, it feels so fucking weird. And then like Evans City Cemetery, the second you see the sign, you go up that road, it feels so fucking weird. I get to Stull Cemetery, I'm like, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
But
that's when that's when that whole process, like, that we talk about all the time, like that's when the process of, I don't think enough people know about that Stull Cemetery to create the feeling of dread around it. Like other really famous cemeteries, I think so many people think about it and so many people know about them that they get a weird feeling around them. Just a feeling of unease.
Yeah, that's a good point. And maybe too, it seemed like, and when I was like researching it a little bit and looking it up, like I feel like it was like a hot thing like 7 years ago.
Yes, for sure. It has passed its prime.
Yes, but I stole a little flower from there so I can put it in my jars when I get home. And then, firstly, I love a boring state. I love a boring drive. I loved driving through Iowa. I make excuses for Iowa, even though people think it's the most boring drive ever. Bro, Kansas is the most boring drive I've ever been on in my fucking life.
It's the worst.
Worst.
It's like driving on a piece of white paper for 8 hours.
Literally. I didn't think I would ever hate driving through a state because I swear I can find a good thing about anything. I'll be, oh, there's a barn, there's some horses, there's whatever. All Kansas has is flatness and black cows, and that's all. It was so fucking boring. And then you get to Colorado and you think it's instantly going to change in the first like 2 hours. It's fucking just like Kansas.
Yeah, but then you start to see the mountains in the distance.
But anyway, so I'm driving through Kansas, bored out of my fucking mind, and I saw real hitchhikers. They seriously looked like 60s era fucking hitchhikers. It was a guy and a girl. They looked like hippies. And then I was like, I'm like, that's fucking weird. I wonder if they're going to get a ride. And then I'm like, I keep going. I'm like, I wonder if they were even real right now. Like, why did they look so period? Like they didn't. I think when I was driving through Kansas, it was the most bored I ever was because I think it was in Kansas where I thought I saw Duran Duran standing by the side of the road. Like that's that's how much I was hallucinating from boredom. Did I see ghost hitchhikers and did you see Duran Duran? Like for real, it was so random. They had like bags. Like one of them was like fumbling with their bags. I'm like, are they real? It's fucking weird. And that's the only ones I've seen this whole drive. Like if that was a thing that was going on right now, wouldn't I see more than them? They're
following you now. They have burlap sack masks that they were carrying.
They better not. They better not.
They're standing outside your window right now. If you check your windows in your hotel room.
I'm on the third floor.
Okay.
They're not here.
Okay.
I'm watching Friends. The vibe is fantastic.
Good.
I know. What was I going to say?
You're going to say you're all done.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm all done.
Okay.
Go give the dog a bath.
I know, right? We both need a bath. I miss you, friend.
I miss you too, I guess.
It's going by really fast, though. We're both going to be home before we know it.
Probably. Then I got to deal with you more often.
I know. Well, we're going to Paracon in like a month.
2 months. All of July, all of July, all of August.
Okay, but I mean, by the time we get home, it's going to be a month.
Yes.
Yes. So
But
we won't
that's
have
a-
that much
but
time
that's
to
a-
rest.
But that's a month from now.
Yeah.
So 2 months. Good math skills. Quarter lady.
What's this episode going to be called?
Road trip ramble.
I'm just going to call it Moose.
Road trip ramble.
No.
2 moose.
I'll think of something.
Just call it 2 moose.
No. I just like Moose. Just Moose.
It's up to you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, friend. Safe travels, don't die.
I'm doing really good.
I know. Safe travels, don't die.
Okay. You too.
Thanks.
But I'll talk to you again before you go to England.
I'll probably call you tomorrow.
Okay, you better.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
You're actually doing it so high the microphone can't pick it up.
Don't get up though.
Do it a little lower tone. That I actually heard silence when you did it. You went up so high. It was like a bat call. That's better. Bye.